Hi guys, this is my name's Keion. This is the personal story episode 2. So you saw episode 1, and that was my good friend Alex, and here's my story. So I'll talk about 3 things more about me, not going too much deep. So what it means for me being black, genderqueer, and people of color in the LGBT spectrum. Okay, so more likely though, I can say for myself, I wasn't really discriminated. More likely, I was just basically just going through the times of like the early 2000s, like where it was like Pink and a lot of stuff, like Mean Girls era, and going through what it is to now. So for me, being black, it adds a lot to what your workload is, because it's easier to pass as white than something else. So it's really how you see yourself within this society, and even in the communities that you're in with and identify with, because there's so many identities. So that entails with more so just going through the motions of just being black and going blackness is something that is also being tabooed and actually not really encouraged and praised in our society. So it's being more now, but it's not so much like back then and such. But now, of course, I wear my kushiki and someone's gonna like cow me on me. But yeah, I'm just celebrating who the heck I am. I always go to sayings. I love my skin color. I love how I am. And darker than me, sweeter the juice. So shit. Snap. So what it means to be genderqueer. So really, a lot of people say like, you're just a dude, I'm like, no, I'm not a dude. I'm biological. I'm biologically male. Yes, I am. But at the same time, though, I'm fluid with my masculinity, femininity. I don't care. You call me girl, they, say, pronouns, they, them, she, her, him, his. Even in the book, call me a bitch. I don't give a damn. So, but more likely though, I fluctuate with that, and it's more like how I encompass that in what I saw through myself. Because my thing is how I grew to become genderqueer. It's more so with understanding how women go through, especially through my mother, and going through with my mother's being a single mom and stuff. She was my true hero. If you see on me looking back, I'm seeing people going by. But more likely though, as my hero and everything, that she embodies everything. She put a backpack on me and put all the necessary things that I would love to be. And I think I was be a contributor, but more likely something to express myself, though. I don't always wear men's clothing. I do wear some type of female attire and stuff. Something I'm very encompassed with, and very with a spectrum of things that is encompassing as me, as Keion, basically. But yeah, and that's also entirely being overshadowed of myself as well. So, and for me being black and then also genderqueer, just the word queer, because really gay is kind of like off-brandish, kind of feel, but queer is something that is a spectrum of things that just labels who you are, and one thing that's not straight. So, as I said, that straight's going out of business, so queer is always the new thing. Queer's the new black. But also, that also gets you that's like another skin too. Black and also being queer as well. That's just double load. That's like 2 weights that's on you. And really, for someone that's out there, it's just like, be proud of what you are. Be proud of your skin color. I tell you now. It's like, even though you see stuff about what's beauty and what's not, please do not let no one deter you of what nationality you are. Your skin color is beautiful in any type of way. anyone. I'm not even just talking about black people. I'm talking about everyone. Your skin color, it represents you. You your own brand. trust yourself. And then also for people, this is morally towards the people who are non-straight, basically queerness, or, you know, trans, non-binaries, all of you guys, you accomplish yourselves. You build onto the community that is what you represent for yourself and what is represent for all of us, encompass us, and actually educate the straight people. You know, shit, they always say, oh, I don't know anything. And also educate yourselves, like within this community, because I feel like we're also sometimes butting heads and just, you know, not really getting into the compass of like really things to just help each other out, because really outside world, they probably would never understand us. They would probably understand the concepts, but they would never understand how we go through day to day by basis. So really, how we made up from the 80s, while we was really getting out, I mean, like, you know, from trying to just struggle to actually get it, to moving through the 90s as we getting popularity, and then now we got here to 2000s and finally got marriage equality, finally got some things done, you know, but we still have a long way to go. So, and also brings up my third point. There's also been a divide in the LGBT, the people of color versus the white people and the LGBT. It's not much as that, but more likely just recognize that even though we're very inclusive, and I even had experience in, like, you know, stuff like I had an incident with a drag queen. I will not say their name, but more likely though, she called a person a nappy head, and more likely though, that's entirely racist to black people, and put you know, a cover on it that says, oh, I'm a drag queen, I can say that stuff. Just because you're in one group of the LGBT, because you're a drag queen, and you're gay, does not give you the right to spread racism. That does not. You get checked for that. Doesn't mean I go out there and then say, oh, cracker this, or, you know, what's up that faggot, you know. I don't say that. I get checked. So there you go. But other than that, though, it's just like, when it comes down to like the people of color, you know, it's been unrepresented in the LGBTs because it's pure of whiteness, and it's still going on. So really, it's also another weight that's on you. It's really impactful for people to really go out in the world to just, you know, get to the points of where they're at, knowing that they have 3 things against it or more. That's like even adding disability, adding stuff like mental health, and a lot of stuff that can encompass if something is. But that's one thing that there's an old saying says. But I feel like Keion Carson got this right. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. At times, just like you always in knowing, and another thing, knowing in this world is meant to be alone. You have your LGBT brothers and sisters and non-binary and everything in between. Honey, you got it. You got it. And that's why I tell you this for going on to the people of color. Even with darker shade, even so much minds. Just because we're like on the bottom doesn't mean we won't get up to the top. I tell you now, we can get there. It's just more likely we have to talk to each other. The thing is, we know how to talk, but there's no action. That's always the same thing that's still rooted inside of internally, not externally, but internally, by thinking things that's not being processed. I feel like you have the courage to be uncomfortable in things, to just let it all out and actually know that what's your weakness and what's your how you get by things, and just really go for the things that you must accomplish for yourself. For me, even being a person of color, being genderqueer, being black, you know, that's all encompassing the LGBT, and even more outside, that's even out there, LGBT as a person of, you know, sociability, you know, everything that's like a lot of terms that corresponding with this society. But if I'm going back to the LGBT, more likely this. If I have something that, if I'm talking to somebody who is in my position or who's going through the same problems I'm going through, or going through the things that are needed to be motivated, I tell you this. So that my background, stay black. Stay black, there you go, because this, you know where the hardships are at, okay? And then 2, and once you're queer, you're always there. You're entitled the resistance, okay? You have the You have the strength to keep going. There's always someone going to be there to help you out. Just you have to speak up. We'll support you. You know? And then the third thing about being people of color, just because we may be down or not be represented doesn't mean that we don't have our time coming up. Our time is coming. And our time should be now, because you act now, you do things now. You get represented, you get remembered. That's the thing, though. Shoot. At times, though, I feel like for myself and LGBT, we still in some things that I feel like we're not getting things done, but at the same time, I hope to spread this message that said, you know, like you have to encompass all the hatred and actually make something positive with it, because if you sit there waiting for someone to do something, you're gonna be waiting forever. You have to do it yourself. It's you to have to do something. I act. You have to act too. So, you know, we're living in Trump America, but at the same time, 2018, we're gonna get your ass too. So more likely though, we get together, we stand together. And even times we die together. We die for a cause to freaking get a point across to make sure that next generation will have a safer path ground, safer things to be LGBT, to be feminine, to be the person that you have to be. Shoot, at times religion calls a lot of things, but at the same time though, being of someone of color, being someone of like queerness, you have to know that religion's going to, depending on what religion and what you decided to, you know, always recognize who you are and who you have to love yourself. I tell you not, love yourself. I tell you not. See, even compliment, even be weird, be a little insane with it. You know, she'll be a little insane with it. I tell you not, but at the times though, you have to go through it. And my advice to you guys, keep going. You know, and this thing, it gets better. That's another quote, but I'm going to tell you this. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Dory said it. Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. So, yeah, just keep swimming. Keep going through the things you have to do. And for me being who I am and going through where I am being as a college student, as black, genderqueer, person of color within this LGBT spectrum, you have to know that it's going to be hard, but it's going to get harder, and you'll be the bridge that hopefully connects the people for the next to improve on to what we are going to be doing for the next 20 to 100 years, shoot, and making it all fabulous. You know it. And so I thank you this time to let me talk about those three things and really about the LGBT. So we have a long way to go. We still do. But we have each other, and we should not be disconnected or, you know, going to these groups. We should be all together and really talk to each other and understand and educate each other, and, you know, at things, because we don't know all of it. We don't. And we need to know the proper things to improve on stuff that is necessary for the next generation or for the next things that we have to encompass for ourselves. Okay, I'm rambling on, but other than that though, I am Keion, and I am a proud black, queer, genderqueer, yes, fabulous, him, his, hers, they, them, all that pronouns. And as a person of color, I thank you for this time to let me speak out. Thank you. And for all days, please subscribe to this channel and help me out. I'm Kiki Cherry, of course, and I have more stories up for you. So, as always, thank you. Bye. Yeah.